So for the past year, I have been working exclusively from home, which has been amazing to me because I do think it fits my lifestyle very well, but it also comes with a lot of challenges, mainly because you have to keep yourself productive, even on the days when you don't really feel like it, or there are just too many distractions, and yes, there are way too many distractions at home. So I knew that I had to come up with a great fail-proof productivity system, and I know there are tons of productivity systems on YouTube and Medium and Google and whatever, but I do want to share my own productivity system with you because it simply has been working great for me, even in the summer, which is pretty crazy. So let's take a look at my current productivity system. So an important thing for my own system was that it had to have some physical aspects, because I work at my desk, at my computer all day, so I don't want to cross off things of digital to-do list. So you're going to need a few physical items if you're going to follow my productivity system. So the first thing you're going to need is a whiteboard. It can be a whiteboard that's mounted on your wall, but it can also be one of these handheld, flippable, pretty cheap whiteboards you can get from Amazon. And you're also going to need some whiteboard markers, of course. The second thing you need is a timer, and I do know that you have this app on your phone, but I like some physical items in my productivity system, so I bought a cheap kitchen timer. It's a digital timer, it's pretty easy to operate, so you can use an analog as well, but I like the digital one because it allows me to be very accurate. And the third thing won't make any sense to you right now, but believe me, it's important and it will make sense. It is a CD player or a record player. So if you have all the essential items, which aren't really that essential, you have apps for all of these things and they're already built into your phone, so you can use them, but I like to have some physical items. So whatever you do, let's go over to the productivity system, which consists of 6 simple steps. So the first step is pretty common in every productivity system. You are going to take a hard look at your complete to-do list and at your calendar, and you're going to pick just a handful of items that you're sure you can finish today. So this is a step where you're going to use the whiteboard. So you take the whiteboard and you write down all the tasks you're going to do today. And it's important to be very, very specific in the tasks. So don't just write down build a website, but write down specifically what aspect of the website you're going to build today. It's very important to do this. Because in the second step, you are going to estimate the time it will take to finish each task. So I take a different kind of marker from a whiteboard and write down the estimated time in minutes next to every task. At first it will be a bit hard to do this estimation, but it will get a lot easier, and that's also a benefit from following this productivity system, is your time management skills will improve significantly. You will be able to exactly estimate how much time it will take to finish a certain task. So if you have your whiteboard with a specific task you are going to do today and the time it will take, you pick just one task that you're going to focus on right now, and you're going to finish it from start to end. But before you do that, we go to the CD player and the record player. Because the fourth step in my productivity system is to physically play some music. I know a lot of people work with music and a lot of people couldn't work without music. I'm one of those people, but I do think it has a psychological effect to just physically play the CD or the record. It kind of puts me in this ritual where my brain knows, okay, it's time to work right now. And it also puts a bit of time pressure on yourself because you want to get your task done before the CD or the record has finished. So this step might be a bit crazy, and I do understand that it's a very personal step, but I do believe that this productivity system wouldn't work as well without this step. So now you have chosen the task you're going to focus on, you have your music playing, and now you're going to take your timer, you're going to set it to the time that you estimated, and you are going to press start on the timer and place it in front of you, so you can actually see it counting down. It is a lot easier to say no to distractions when you have a timer counting down, because you can simply move the distraction to the end of the timer when your task has been finished. And of course, also make sure to activate the do not disturb mode on your phone and computer to make sure that you're not being disturbed by phone calls or messages or emails. Also, don't overestimate the time you think you're going to need for a specific task, because if you set a task and you set it to 5 hours, it will take 5 hours, but if you set it like to 15 minutes, it will take 15 minutes. So be really careful to not overestimate, but also not underestimate the time it's going to take to finish your task. So when the timer is ready and you haven't finished your task yet, no worries, just set a bit more time on the timer. Or if you think like, well, I'm going to need a lot more time for this task, just go back to the whiteboard, add a different time to it, maybe divide the task up in some more specific subtasks and also assign an estimated time for them. And when the task has been completed, you can physically cross it off on your whiteboard, which is great because you can almost use like your whole arm to just swipe through it. And it's just so much more fulfilling than just clicking a button on your computer or tapping a check mark on your smartphone. So this is it. This is a productivity system that I use all day, every day. So if you're going to try it out yourself, please let me know the results in the comments. I'm very excited to hear about your experiences. If you have any other productivity tips, make sure to drop them in the comments as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.